Hey everybody, it is Matt Swires again with the Trademark Company, and today we have a fantastic question. How do you handle criticism? Listen, if you're going to run a business, if you're going to be a leader or anything of that nature, if you're going to put yourself out there, there are always going to be critics. You have to accept this reality. The Chinese balloon that just transversed our country, just flew across our entire country, basically is a shining example of this. The president would have been criticized if he shot it down over our country. He would have been criticized if he shot it down after it sort of passed over our country. He would have been criticized if it didn't shoot it down at all. There's always going to be someone there to criticize you. So first of all, just know that you just got to make the right decision. Irrespective of what the critics are going to say, you have to make the right decision for you and your organization. But here are 3 steps that we always suggest to handle criticism, especially if it doesn't matter if it's out there in a blog post, if it's out there in a 1-star review for you or whatnot. First step, critical step in handling any criticism, no matter where it is breathe. Just basically sit there and soak it in for a second. Your immediate reaction is going to be defensive, and you're going to say, well, you know what, etc., yada yada yada, or whatever the case may be. Wrong reaction. Breathe. Take it in for a little bit, okay? Most criticism that's out there, it's going to be out there on the internet forever, or whatever the case may be. You're not going to be able to instantly stop it right then and there. So just take a couple minutes to collect yourself. Maybe take an hour, maybe even take 24 hours before you figure out what you want to do with that criticism. But breathe. Number 2 is ask, well, this critic, what is their motivation, and do they know what they're talking about? I've previously vlogged on this subject, when to take advice from somebody, when not to take advice from somebody. What is their motivation? Is their motivation just to simply hurt you? Are they a former disgruntled employee or a former disgruntled, consumer? Perhaps someone else that just doesn't like you in the realm, or do they not know what they're talking about? Because a lot of times you can start relegating critics to, I can't tell you how many times I've been criticized in my life, and then you sort of have to just sort of put it off the side, take it with a big grain of salt the size of Gibraltar, because they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Because if they did, you know what happened? They'd have your business and they'd be doing better at it than you are. But it's real easy to sit back and just lob criticisms at you. So in short, just take it with a grain of salt, but then what's their motivation, and then do they know what they're talking about? If the answer is, they have bad motivation, they don't know what they're talking about, then you're ready for number 3. Respond if you want to. But remember, when you do respond to a critic, first of all, sometimes the best response sometimes can just be silence, because then you're not engaging them and they just disappear into obscurity. But if you're going to engage them, make sure that you're armed to engage them well, and ask, what is going to be the reaction if I actually do this? Are they just going to criticize you more? Is it going to lead to more people jumping on board on that bandwagon? Or is it just going to basically give a really good, well-reasoned response? Listen, these 3 things will help you respond to any criticism online or otherwise. Number 1, stop and breathe. Number 2, ask what's their motivation and do they really know what they're talking about. Think about it before you respond, and then respond if it's warranted. If not, just let the criticism die in obscurity. Listen, I hope this helps. As always, business advice or whatever we can help you with at the Trademark Company, just give us a buzz. We are here to help. Thanks for watching.